Hunton was established well over 100 years ago in Gjøvik, about 2 hours from here. From the very beginning, the company has used nature as its source of raw material. After many ups and downs, my family and a few friends bought the factory out of bankruptcy in the early 1990s. We started out with an old manufacturing plant producing low-cost commodity products to customers we simply didn't know. Under the leadership of our current owner and CEO, Arne Jepsen, and a strong, passionate, and professional board, Hunton has become a leading Nordic and high-end wood fiberboard-based product material manufacturer in tune with nature. Hunton employs 150 people today, and we turn over close to 500 million kroners. Our global goal is to double this turnover by 2025. We will manage to do this by simply following the most of the United Nations Sustainability Development Goals. Our vision, our mission, and our values are all in tune with the overall goal of finding the best solution for our customers and the planet. Hunton Nativo is our latest product, wood fiberboard insulation. With this product, we capture and store CO2 for as long as the product is in use. We continue to use only renewable sources as our raw material. We have solved the end of life problem that many other insulation materials are battling with. And most importantly, we are able to create better living conditions because our materials will work in tune with people, the weather, and nature. To put some numbers on this, we estimate that Nativo used in 1,500 houses will reduce CO2 emissions with up to 16,000 metric tons per year. At Hunton, we are inspired by all the UN SDGs. Good health and well-being. HSE is on the top of every agenda at Hunton. We create local jobs, and we use natural materials to create healthier homes. Decent work and economic growth, equal opportunities, local production, local raw materials, local markets, local workforce. Hunton is creating practical implementations and integrated sustainability. Climate action. Energy efficiency is one of my key interests. It is, in my opinion, by far the best and simplest way to reduce emissions and take climate action. At Hunton, we use a lot of energy because we have 2 large factories. A simple 4% energy saving at Hunton is the equivalent gigawatt hours as a full-size 3 megawatt windmill. The cost of such a windmill is about 30 million kroners. The cost of a 4% energy saving at Hunton and most other factories will be a fraction of this. Ladies and gentlemen, energy efficiency is the new renewable energy. Life on land. So you cut trees to make building materials, I hear some of you think. Look what happened in other countries. Why are there no trees left in Scotland? Well, Norway has one of the best managed forestries in the world, and there is plenty of unused and stranded biomass. What we harvest from nature is only half of the equation. What we bring back into the nature is the other half. By capturing and storing the CO2 in our building materials and making sure that its end of life does not damage nature, we are indeed making sure the life on land is looked after. Rather than sitting down to count our money or put money into dead assets like real estate, my business partner and I are now building an additional Hunton factory at Gjøvik. We are investing 250 million kroners. We are moving 50 jobs from Poland to the inland of Norway in order to manufacture environmentally friendly building materials for a better and more efficient homes. This is everything that the Norwegian government has asked us investors to do. But there is still very little support. Norway's addiction to oil and gas will not be easier to give up with the price now climbing back towards $100 per barrel. We believe in nature. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, nature was in perfect balance before we people started to interfere. Many believe that we are simply rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic. We at Hunton do not believe this is the case. But business as usual is not an alternative. By harvesting from nature and work with nature, we can reach the United Nations Sustainability Development Goals. We now need less think tanks and more do tanks. My reason for being an investor in a company like Hunton, it's not because I'm a conservationist or an activist. It's because I'm an eco-industrialist. Thank you.